Look at that, clear blue sky. Haven't seen that in a couple days. Haven't gotten much done because it rained for the past 2 days, and it's a bit soupy out there. You can still see there's some sitting water here. Luckily, all of this land is very sandy, and it's kind of all got slopes, and all the slopes naturally lead into this creek, and it drains out, which is very good. The fire is struggling. It burnt about halfway yesterday. I didn't get any video yesterday. It wasn't anything exciting. Only got about 3 hours in yesterday, and it was just very muddy, and I try not to make more of a mess than I need to, but you can see the tracks. It was a bit soupy. Nothing too crazy. It wasn't deep. It was just nasty. But I got something to get that fire excited and blow the ash off, and the Hitachi Fire Daddy 6000 we'll get it going. So I'm over on the other side of the creek trying to get this pile going. I guess just with everything being green on top of the 2 days of rain we had, I actually just put like 2 gallons of diesel fuel in there with the pump sprayer, blowing heat into it, and it is just going out. I got another option. I'll probably just use a hay bale tomorrow or something, and I will get that pile going. Not today, because it's not like I don't have like another 2 acres to clear in the meantime. Fire over there, I used the blower on. That one's going. That one's at the end of its life because we're done over in that area. The next fire on that side of the creek is going to be right. There's the pile. You can kind of see it through this brush here. But that'll get going, and this one will get going, and there's a swing around, and the bucket doesn't hit the ground and stop us. Doing this with one hand. All of these trees go. All these is just like a poplar forest. Just maybe a few cherries or something. There's a cherry right there, but there's a few other little trees in here, but probably 90% of this little acre or so that we're clearing is just straight up poplars. But I'll get those all pushed over, broken up, piled up, and then tomorrow I guess I'll just worry about getting the fire going and burn this stuff up, because we got a lot to burn. chuck some cherry up here for the customer. Hopefully you can get some use out of it and cook it. It's a decent sized cherry tree in there. I broke up and just leave those 2 logs here for him to get. This is a section of the land that is just like straight up nothing but poplars. Every single one of these trees is a tulip poplar. We are coming down this trail to about here, or this there's a tree marked orange here. I think from here on it's just nothing but coming straight across here. Down the hill there is the creek, and then back up on the other side is joining over where we cleared over there already. But this is going to be the, see a couple here trees. It's that tree and that tree. Those are called Mighty Empress or Princess tree. They are a very fast growing invasive tree. They I think they flower. You get huge leaves on them, but they're coming down. Firewood. Some areas in here it thins out. Let's see how far down I am from the machine up there, but we're gonna come through and take all this out. He's got a couple trees in here marked he wanted to keep, and after I just had a meeting with him, I think just want to maximize the ground space, so I will probably be pushing all of those over anyways. And then down about that, right about there, it drops off, just drops off into the creek. Is very big there. You'll see that later on. I'm gonna walk down there right now. I need to get back in the machine, keep rolling. But it's this is going to be the slowest moving section of the clearing, just because of how tightly these poplars grow and how tall they are. These things are very, this is a hardwood and pine's a softwood, but I feel like poplar is the closest hardwood to a loblolly pine. You can look up in this pine section of the pine forest here, and all this growth is about the same age. And you can see how tall that is right next to that pine tree. This all kind of grew up about the same time. Nothing else in here is that big. The walnuts are all way smaller, and the oaks are little and stuff, but poplars just, sweet gums grow pretty quickly too, but poplars, those things are, I mean, you look how big my machine is, how much taller they are. And that height matters whenever you're clearing, because that determines, whenever you push the tree over, how many times you have to break it. Obviously you don't burn them whole, because that'd be a, you know, like a 80-foot long burn pile, and they also don't burn well whole. You got to break them up and just like this and stack them up. So how many times they have to be broken up, that all affects how long the job's going to take. But I'll put you back on this tree and keep pushing them over. realize I'm about out of fuel. This machine doesn't have a beeper or anything to tell you it's low on fuel. You just need to pay attention. It's got this the red light that comes on, but sometimes I get in a groove and crushing a bunch of trees and don't look at my gauges as much. But it'll be alright. Walk up out of here. Stirred up this fire, got it excited again, burn down the rest of this stuff, and then we will be done with this fire. Probably bury any trash or anything. We had that rain, so it's been a struggle keeping it going, but it's going now. It should dry itself out and keep burning. Chris has got his fire going over there again. Looks like he got a new attachment for his 220 over there. Check that out. Yep, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit. Got this one going. I'm gonna keep it stirred up and make sure it's gonna burn down well, and probably call it a wrap. Another day, another dollar. That fire is struggling over there. There's not much brush. It's mainly just logs, which kind of happens. So either I'm gonna let it burn down tonight. We're not supposed to have any rain the rest of the day. The 2 days of rain we had really stunted its growth. If I had more brush, or if I really needed to, I could carry that brush over there and get it going again. But I could probably, I'm just gonna let that burn out and either transport what's left over to the next pile, or we can dig a hole and bury it. I'm gonna be digging and burying a lot of that ash and spreading it out and stuff anyways. This is all gonna be pasture. They're never gonna build on it. So burying is an option here. Changed the scope of the job a little bit, and we were just thinning and leaving these big poplars and any of the bigger trees. We are still leaving the trees down in this creek, ravine, whatever you want to call it. They're pretty big, and they're you know, it's always just going to be a ravine there anyways, so I'll just leave it. There's river birch and maple right there growing kind of sideways, but they're not really hurting anything. But this big one, I just pushed over 3 more here, and then all these right here, those are going, which I would agree they should go. But we'll just keep on picking away, probably thin out some more of there, and yeah, hopefully next time we're out here we'll get a big raging fire going and burn that windrow over there and get the pile over there going, because I need to burn. Chris is burning like crazy over there right now. He had a bunch of huge, all up on that boulder he cleared, there were some huge cedars, and cedars are about as good as you can get for getting a fire excited.